India and Pakistan are now at war with each other. The United States lost another F-18 jet in the Red Sea. It was the second jet that was lost recently. We've had multiple drones that were downed over Yemen. Ukraine has not seen the peace in 24 hours that Donald Trump promised he was going to negotiate. He's still no deals Donald. He's negotiated 0 deals with his trade war against the world. And now he says he may just unilaterally impose his own deals by making up numbers and calling that a deal, which is not a deal. Donald Trump has caused massive instability around the world. He's caused economic chaos here at home. Main Street is suffering. He's manipulating the markets on an almost daily basis. And what has he been talking about? What has he been focused on? Well, he announced that the U.S. is going to start to call the Persian Gulf the Arabian Gulf. So this was a major, major announcement that he wanted to make before he traveled to the Middle East to meet with Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, and other countries who are doing personal deals with Donald Trump, enriching Donald Trump while we, the people, suffer. Donald Trump is also announcing that he has appointed Rudy Giuliani's kid, Andrew Giuliani, as the executive director of the President's Task Force on the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Donald Trump was having a press conference about the 2026 FIFA World Cup while India and Pakistan went to war with each other, with India striking inside the Kashmir region in areas controlled by Pakistan. The first time that's taken place in several decades. The ceasefire there is now over. And then when Donald Trump and his Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, finally addressed the war now between India and Pakistan, they said, we just hope that it resolves quickly. We hope that it goes away soon and that it resolves quickly. So they spent the past 4 years attacking former President Biden on everything. But now with them, it's, we just hope maybe the war goes away quickly. They'll just deal with it. By the way, the Trump regime is hiding casualty numbers from a real war that's taking place right now between the United States and the Houthis in Yemen. The Trump regime is not calling it a real war because they don't want to get congressional approval. But for all purposes, there's a real war, and they've decided not to provide any data of what's really going on there. And of course, from all of our prior reporting and the reporting by The Atlantic and others, that Pete Hegseth and Mike Walls, they were having all of these communications about Yemen on their text message threads where they invited a reporter. We know that there have been dozens of other signal chats that they've engaged in with sensitive classified information. Who knows what the Chinese government has, what adversaries have, what the Houthis have on the United States right now. Let me take you right now inside India's NDTV. Here's how they describe Operation Sindoor. Let's play this clip.
I am told that Operation Sindoor is only in its first phase right now. There could be more attacks. There could be more attacks against Pakistani targets.
Now, as I mentioned at the outset of this video, another F-18 Super Hornet fighter jet from the USS Harry S. Truman aircraft carrier has been lost at the Red Sea after it suffered an arrestment failure while trying to land. 2 aviators were ejected with minor injuries. This is the second jet loss from the carrier in just over a week. 4 people familiar with the matter told CNN. The way we get this, by the way, is from sources inside, because the Trump regime is not transparent with any of this data. The Department of Defense, though, was talking about this yesterday. Secretary of Defense, we are leaving wokeness and weakness behind. No more pronouns, no more climate change obsessions, no more emergency vaccine mandates, no more dudes in dresses. We are done with that shit. That's from the official Department of Defense account. And as I mentioned in the Intercept report, the U.S. government is keeping American casualty numbers for the undeclared war on Yemen secret. This is not normal, not one bit. As Don Winslow said, boy, don't you just feel safer under Donald Trump? Israel bombing Gaza and now saying that they're going to just take it all over and move every person from Gaza away. Israel bombing Yemen, India bombing Pakistan, U.S. bombing Yemen. And of course, the war rages on between Russia and Ukraine, with Russia's invasion of Ukraine and Ukraine saying, look, we're here for an unconditional ceasefire, but Russia just wants to exterminate us. This is the, quote, no wars president. That's what Donald Trump claims he is. Also, does it make you feel more comfortable to know that in Newark, the air traffic controllers are now on traumatic stress leave because of the firings that have taken place and the fact that these systems shut down and the radars shut down and air traffic controllers were telling CNN, do not fly into Newark. It is dangerous. It is dangerous. And there were hours and hours of delays in Newark taking place. You've got the measles cases across the country. There's 935 reported cases, but who the heck knows how many there really are because we're not getting any good data. Oh, by the way, this is the Transportation Secretary, Sean Duffy, talking about how it's very scary. Scary job, scary things, very scary. Here, play this clip.
Again, not ideal at all. Frightening for sure. But is the system safe? Today, yes, but I go out 7 years, 5 years, 10 years. I'm not sure about that.
With prices going up on just about everything lately, being smart with your money isn't just a good idea, it's essential. But managing subscriptions, tracking your spending, and cutting costs, that stuff could get overwhelming. That's why I started using Rocket Money, and honestly, I wish I had sooner. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. And I've personally seen it work. Within minutes, Rocket Money found 3 subscriptions I had completely forgotten about, and I was literally paying for twice every month. They canceled them for me right through the app. It was fast, easy, and saved me real money without me having to sit on hold with some company for 45 minutes. That's my nightmare, by the way. The app shows you all your subscriptions in one place, alerts you if prices go up, and even helps you build a custom budget to stay on track. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved people more than $500 million in canceled subscriptions, up to $740 a year when using all the premium features. It's legit. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Download the Rocket Money app and enter my show name, the MeidasTouch podcast, in the survey so they know I sent you. Don't wait. Download the Rocket Money app today and tell them you heard about them from my show.
Across military Reddit forums and on social media, Hegseth is becoming a target of mockery and satire. The military rank and file are calling Hegseth DUI hire, whiskey leaks, and Kegseth. According to military.com, Hegseth works hard to try to portray himself as a man of the troops, but the troops ain't buying it. Mr. Whiskey Leaks is what they are calling him. What's the United States doing as well? Well, apparently spying on our NATO allies. A new article by the Wall Street Journal just came out, talks about how the United States has ordered our intelligence agencies to step up the spying on Greenland to underscore the seriousness of Donald Trump annexing it and using military force to seize the island from Denmark, our NATO ally. You heard what I just said there. Donald Trump is trying to go to war with Denmark, our NATO ally. NATO may have to invoke its self-defense obligations against the United States. Classified messages are asking United States intelligence agencies, whose tools include surveillance satellites, communication intercepts, and spies on the ground, to identify people in Greenland and Denmark who support U.S. objectives for the island. Front page of The Guardian right now. This should be on the front page of American media, but it's not. Gaza will be entirely destroyed, Israeli minister says. Didn't Donald Trump promise the Muslims for Trump or the Palestinians for Trump that he was going to bring peace to Gaza? Didn't Donald Trump say that? But quite the opposite. Donald Trump posts memes of himself and Netanyahu building resorts in Gaza. And Donald Trump has said that he it wants to ethnically cleanse the Palestinians in Gaza and just send them places because it's a great real estate deal for him, is what Donald Trump says. This was Donald Trump responding to the news about the war between India and Pakistan. Let's play it.
Any questions for Steve?
Any reaction to the attacks between India and Pakistan?
No, it's a shame. We just heard about it just as we were walking in the doors of the Oval. Just heard about it. I guess people knew something was going to happen based on a little bit of the past. They've been fighting for a long time. You know, they've been fighting for many, many decades and centuries, actually, if you really think about it. No, I just hope it ends very quickly.
And just as you heard Donald Trump say right there that he hope it ends quickly, this is what Rubio said. I echo President's comments earlier today that this hopefully ends quickly and will continue to engage both Indian and Pakistani leadership towards a peaceful resolution. As our editor-in-chief Ron Filipkowski says, so we went from everything bad that happened in the world from 2021 to 2024 being Biden's fault to hopefully this ends quickly as our 2025 foreign policy. Hopefully it ends quickly. Another data point I want to report as well. As I've said to you before, Donald Trump's a fraud, a sexual abuser. Donald Trump is a felon. He's a criminal. He's a bankrupter, not a builder. So, by the way, seeing Donald Trump sit there next to Prime Minister Carney, an actual successful banker who ran the Bank of Canada, ran the Bank of England, is a central banker who knows what he's doing. And Donald Trump saying things like, we don't need Canada. We don't trade with Canada. We don't have a trading relationship with Canada. Bud, it's our biggest trading partner, you idiot. And you've destroyed that. You've created trade wars against China, but Trump doesn't give a shit. Excuse my language. Trump wants to enrich himself, right? That's why he does the deal with Qatar for himself, builds resorts in Qatar. That's why Donald Trump does the deals with the UAE to use the Trump crypto. And then you have the crypto supporters in the Senate building exemptions so Donald Trump can go do deals with his own Trump meme coin stuff. This is the Trump crypto, the Trump meme coins. From the only 58 crypto wallets made millions on Trump's meme coin. 764,000 have lost money, data shows. Yeah, so 58 wallets have made over 10 million each from Trump's meme coin, totaling 1.1 billion in profits, blockchain analytics said. But 764,000 wallets of mostly smallholders have lost money on Trump, according to the firm. When do you realize that you are all the mark? You are the mark. Isn't it just so utterly obvious? One piece of final news to report that I find humorous. Corey Bauman, this guy who was running for Cincinnati mayor, who is J.D. Vance's half-brother, got absolutely trounced in round one of the elections for the Cincinnati mayor. The candidate, Aftab Paravel, just like destroyed him, like beat him by like 70% of the vote or something. It wasn't even close. After J.D. Vance's endorsement of his brother, half-brother. Well, there you have it, folks. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 5 million subscribers. Thank you so much for watching.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.